Bloody hell. It's not that fun being in here right now. There's stuff everywhere. I cleared out my storage unit and some stuff's going in the roof, but that is a problem for another day. I gotta get out of here, and I think the best thing to do, let's go game hunting. Alright, and we are back. Not only did we go to James Old Toys swap meet, I also called in my local CEX on the way back to trade in some things in the collection that I no longer wanted. A Cyberpunk Collector's Edition, a Wolfenstein Collector's Edition, which sadly they only gave me $24 for, so I've got a little bit of seller's remorse for that one. But we also brought some consoles. I brought in a PSP, a Game Boy Advance, a Nintendo DS, a Game Boy Pocket from memory, and they took it all, which gave me $633 voucher credit for a huge purchase that I've got coming up in the next video. Something that I've tried to buy before but have had no luck doing. The condition was just horrible. And this one is local to me, so I can check it out before I put down that money. So say a prayer. Let's hope I can add it. If you want to stay tuned for that, make sure you subscribe. I'll also obviously be doing some big changes to this space around me. But without further ado, let's have a look at what I got at the James Old Toy Swap Meet. Mouthful to say. Firstly, for $2 dues, yes, $2 dues, pretty cheap. Steelbook only, mind you, I got the Steelbook for Marvel Avengers. This is a Square Enix published game, I believe developed by Crystal Dynamics from memory. Me and Beck originally played this in 2017, 2018 at PAX Oz before it came out. It was a real vertical slice, and at that time we didn't know that this was going to be a full live service game. So we were super excited, but by the time it came out, all our hopes were dashed just by what we heard about just the live service elements, the grindy nature of it, and it not truly being a single player game. Now, I am glad to have this to the collection. This was a pre-order bonus from EB Games, and the artwork on it is really cool. Will I play the game? Still probably not. But if I do get the game, at least I've got a cool steelbook to put it into. For those of you who've seen the Games Room tour or seen the last video with all the pickups that I got, you would know that I am super nostalgic for McDonald's, Burger King, and Hungry Jack's toys, specifically from the late 80s or early 90s. There was one booth at James Old Toys that had hundreds of these old McDonald's toys. Yes, you had to dig, and I did have to dig, but I feel I got some gold to put on the McDonald's shelf. Firstly, one I already had, we have Dr. Ivo Robotnik. I got this last time from Whatnot. This one is still in the packaging. I've got one out of the packaging, so I'm gonna keep this one in the packaging, just so I've got a new one. We are the Animaniacs. If you grew up in the 90s, this was a staple cartoon here in Australia and probably internationally as well. Unfortunately, Animaniacs have gone the way of the dodo, but finding a little McDonald's toy from it means that I can potentially find more of them in the future. And you don't get away with like toys like this anymore. Just, I don't think that would be acceptable. Yes, that was really poorly done, but these, or this, will probably look familiar to those who were a fan of the X-Men animated series in the 90s. This is the Wolverine one, and from memory there were 4 of these. Storm, Magneto, Wolverine, Cyclops, and was there a Charles Xavier one? Maybe there were 4 or 5. I have one of these and I would love to get all of them because I did collect all of these as a kid. They basically interconnect together with the wheels, so they basically can go all together. Super random, but rad. This was a fun line. This came out to celebrate the Flintstones movie that came out in the 90s.
Wilma, I'm home!
This summer, from Universal Pictures and Amblin Entertainment,
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, from the town of Bed.
Now, I had this particular one, and I remembered as soon as I saw it that it was a pencil sharpener. Probably not really required anymore, but I just would love to have the full set of these. So we didn't only get Barney, we also got Pebbles, which I will take out of the package. And Bam Bam! Now, I don't know what Bam Bam does, but I do remember I had this one as well. I thought that this one was like a sticker. Yeah, so Trike Embosser. So like a stamp thing that goes on it. So more for the McDonald's. And I paid next to nothing for all this. I'll go through the McDonald's total in the end because the last 4 toys, I could not believe what I actually paid for them. Which brings me to those last 4 toys, believe it or not. Do you know what these are?
Mario! Look, Ronald, Mario's mystery block makes him big.
And my magic box makes us lunch.
What's in McDonald's Happy Meal? One of 4 Nintendo Super Mario Brothers 3 toys.
That's right. These are the Mario 3 90s McDonald's toys. Not only that, it is the full set of 4 that were released in the run. You've got the... What does this Goomba do? You've got a Goomba. I have no idea what he does.
Acrobatic little Goomba.
This is one of the flying red shell turtles. Weirdly, his ability is you need to blow him up through his bum. I don't know what this does, but he comes with this weird pumping mechanic. Oh, his legs blow up. Oh, look at his legs move. So that just makes his leg move. So shooting air up his butt makes his legs move. I reckon he'll be doing more than that to the poor guy. Then we have a very stunned looking Luigi, which is one of those like runner toys where you pull it back. He's holding a star, but man, does he look derpy. I love these old toys that look really, really derpy. And then we've got Mario. Here it's one of those like little things. I see him all the time, but this part here is broken and it's just kind of like the suction cap looking top. This is Tanuki Mario, and my lord, he has been eating way too much pizza. Look at his face. How rad is that? Just... I also got a spare red shell turtle as well. All those McDonald's toys, this may seem like a lot to some, this may seem very little to others, but I paid $23 for all those toys. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. My math is probably about 9 to 11 McDonald's toys that I want to display on my shelf for 23 bucks. And then we got the steelbook for 2, so I didn't spend that much, which is great because my dog just had an operation and that cost me a mint. I think that is it for today's video. For those of you that are still here, thank you so much. Appreciate you tuning in, joining me on my journey. Lots more videos to come, lots of work to do in this games room, as you can see behind me everywhere. Not only are we going to be putting this stuff in the roof, I'm actually going to be redesigning sections of this games room. And as I said, we've got an absolute huge CEX lottery game coming. Pray for me that it's really good quality. There's more to come after that, more game hunting in the future. Until next time, guys, feel free to subscribe or happy gaming.